Hey guys, Lisa DeLong here. We're back to our Getting to Know You series, and this is mainly going through and introducing some of our staff so that you get to know them a little better. I know most of us are quarantined and probably really excited about being home and vegging out and, you know, having our tea and being able to sit and just watch the world go by. But some of us are getting a little bored, so we really wanted to get out there and really get to know people. And, you know, Zengar is considered our family, so let's get to know this family to the best of our ability. And today we're so excited we have Mel G. And Mel does a variety of things at Zengar, and I'm going to let her tell you about those. Mel, thank you so much for being here and being with me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
I know, I'm so excited too. So tell us, what is it that you do at Zengar when you go in during the day? And are you still going in with quarantine and all?
Yeah, so during this whole quarantine time, I am doing split days with my colleagues. So that way we always ensure that there's one staff member in the office, just to be safe, because we don't want cops knocking on our door. So that's it. I am coming in so that we can make sure that all the orders do get out to our clients and that, you know, the wheels keep turning. So that's it. And basically what I do is I am Zengar's shipping coordinator. I am the one that's responsible for getting all those orders out to you guys as quickly, efficiently, and seamlessly as possible. I am the one that handles all the customs documentation, and you know, I just want to take that load off of you guys and just make it easier. That way you don't, you know, you have one less thing to think about. You know,
absolutely. And that's a very specialized field. I mean, most of us do not ship across country lines and into all sorts of different, we just don't have to deal with that kind of documentation. So it's fabulous that you're able to do that. Now, I know one of the questions that's kind of come up during our courses and everything is, why is it that Zengar seems to need our social security numbers? You know, what's up with that?
Yeah, so that is the touchy one because it is such delicate information. Basically, why one needs to provide that social security number is whenever a valued shipment of $2,500 US or more is crossing that border, customs needs to know why and who is importing this documentation. So this isn't Zengar that's collecting this information. It really is CBP that needs this info to officially register you as an importer. So whenever it's something that's $2,500 US or higher, that's when this 5106 form, that's what it's called, needs to be filled out by the person placing the order.
So when we see the numbers 5106, we understand that those are custom forms that is going to help our system get across the border.
Correct. And it is, I know that it does look like a very intimidating form at first because it does, you know, sometimes ask for a lot of detailed information. And, you know, information that you don't really want to give out on a daily basis. But I do want to assure everyone that whenever you are requested to fill out this form, that once I know that that shipment has successfully been delivered to you, it's gone. It's gone from our files. We permanently delete it because we don't need that. It's confidential information. So I do want to assure everyone that really we're not holding on to this info. It is, once we no longer need it, it's gone.
That's excellent to know. And also, if you do not have that form filled out, we can't send the system, right?
Exactly. So, I mean, we could send it, but that leaves the door open to so many more delays, and that agent trying to get in touch with you, honestly, it's really not worth it because that's going to tack on 2-3 more days from back and forth. So honestly, we just try and be as proactive as possible for you. This is why we ask it ahead of time. you know, because you want to have your system. I mean, I was buying NO, I'd be pumped to get it right away.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Well, that brings up the next question. You know, right now, because of quarantine and because of everything else going on, are systems being delayed as they're sent out at all, or is it just kind of business as normal?
yeah, it's pretty normal. I mean, I've been checking FedEx, the website every day. They always have, you know, a landing page, and so far there's no major delays. If anything, the only one delay that there is, one business day delay, because there's such a large volume that they got to work with, and you know, businesses are trying to keep up with it. But overall, status quo. I mean, when someone places an order from us, typically it takes 5 to 7 business days that it will get shipped out from us. And that's it. You know, you always do want to keep in mind the customs delays that may occur. Of, you know, I need confirmation for this. I need this form again. So we like to, as a whole, give 7 to 10 business days once shipped from our facility to make sure that you keep in mind that there may be other things needed. But overall, with COVID-19, I mean, everyone's keeping really positive, and just as long as people take the precautions with keeping clean when you're receiving packages, and that's it.
Good to know. That's excellent. Now, what happens if a system should get stuck in customs? Is there anything that we can do? Do we help people with that, or what happens with it?
Yeah, so I mean, you know, there are people who like to take matters into their own hands, which is awesome. If that's what you want to do, you can always call 1-800-GO-FedEx, provide the tracking number. You will always receive this tracking number via email from me. But overall, if something gets stuck, it's my job to monitor that. And like I said at the beginning of this interview, I want to take the load off of you, and I will be the one that's monitoring that shipment from beginning to end. And I can assure you that I'm going to make sure it gets to you as quick as possible. So you don't really have to do anything unless you really want to keep an eye on it and where it's going. But
excellent.
that's it.
That is so wonderful to hear. So Mel, one of the things that I know that you are in charge of is all the loaners. And if someone has the need to repair a system or something, then you help them out with giving them a loaner system until then. Do you want to talk about that just a little bit?
Yeah, so basically I'm just the person that organizes and coordinates that process. So once a technician reaches out to me and say, hey, we got a client that's down, they're gonna need a loaner system, their pass, can you hook them up? And I just get the ball rolling with that. It also works hand in hand with Z-Amp repairs, you know, loaners, Z-Amps, whatever. I'm really the one that coordinates that and lets the client know, okay, this is what you need to do. I need the dimensions for this. I'm going to get you that prepaid way bill. So I assist a lot in that, and I'm in close communications with the technicians as well, just to make sure that, you know, the ball keeps rolling as smoothly and as fast as possible, because, you know, we don't want the client to have downtime more than they need to.
Absolutely.
So that's another big part of shipping that I handle. Yeah.
That's excellent. I know one of our trainers had mentioned to me that her Z-Amp went down, and literally less than 24 hours later, she ended up with a Z-Amp.
Nice.
She was
so
impressed.
We try to get that out as soon as possible, because that's the worst thing, is when, you know, you have a client coming in, you don't want to cancel, or you need, you know, it needs to get done ASAP. So
yeah,
that's a big part of it.
You work hard at that, so that's excellent.
Thank you.
Well, gosh, Mel, I'm so excited to have you, and it's been so much fun.
Yeah,
Is there anything you'd like the community to know about you or your job, or is there anything they can do that would make things a little easier for you that you would like to know about?
I mean, we already have a great community. I guess the only thing I would say is that if you want your system fast, then let's just work together, get those forms in right away. That way there's no downtime, and that's it. Just get those forms filled out, and you'll get your system in no time.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank
I so
you.
appreciate you being here. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.